Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck have filed for divorce, and Jen has finally spoken out. JLo posted an end of the summer photo dump on Instagram and captioned the post, "Oh, it was a summer." And yes, it was for her. Among the photos, which included a snap of the singer posing with her sister Linda Lopez, was a quote that read, "Everything is unfolding in divine order." Another photo showed JLo wearing a shirt that reads, "She's in bloom and unbothered, out of reach and at peace." Now, is this subtle shade towards Ben? Absolutely. Now, this is the first time that JLo has spoken out since the divorce has been official. She wouldn't even talk about speculation in the past. When she was in Mexico City on May 22nd promoting her new film Atlas, someone asked her if she and Ben were divorcing. However, her co-star Simu Liu quickly shut down the question. In the video, the two co-stars are seen on stage with microphones in their hands when JLo directs her attention to someone off camera. "You divorcing Ben Affleck is real?" the person asks, as the audience audibly makes their disapproval of the question unknown. While JLo smiles, her co-star instantly interjects, "Okay, we're not doing that." Now, Jen is still smiling, looking at Simu, who appears to end the interview by saying, "Thank you so much, guys, we really appreciate it." Now, after a moment, JLo responds saying, "You know better than that," and gives a death stare. Then there was the fact that she made some cryptic posts as well. She liked a post that raised some eyebrows, as the post in question read, "You cannot build a healthy relationship with somebody who lacks integrity and emotional safety, doesn't respect your time, doesn't think it's important to call text back in a respectable time frame, lacks effective communication skills, and doesn't know who they are or what they want." Now, if she liked this in relation to Ben, it's not the best thing, and I understand why they were going through marital troubles and eventually got divorced. Then there was the fact that she celebrated the anniversary of her Spanish song, Cambia El Paso. And while the song was released 3 years ago in 2021, the lyrics seemingly hold a deeper meaning now given the current state of her relationship with Ben. Jennifer shared a clip from the track's music video on Instagram while singing about a man who's undeserving of her love. She sings he doesn't deserve to have her in his arms, she knows that, she knows that. The intro begins, before launching into the first verse that reads, "Her life is better now without him, she knows that her hips don't fail her, she doesn't need anyone to be well, she doesn't fail, she doesn't fail." Yeah, the timing of that post was a little suspicious to say the least. Now, ahead of their divorce, JLo and Ben sparked breakup speculations as they appeared to spend more time apart. Us Weekly confirmed in May that Ben moved out of their shared Los Angeles home into a private home in Brentwood. In July, a second insider told us that the pair were doing their own thing as they navigated their next steps. Now, Jennifer suggested that they take time to figure it out, the source added, while a third insider pointed out that Jen and Ben were going through so much individually and as a couple. Now, Jen had been in the Hamptons, New York throughout this summer, including the couple's second wedding anniversary and her 55th Bridgerton-themed birthday party. Now, on the same day as JLo's birthday celebrations, Ben was seen in Los Angeles without his wedding ring. JLo then told fans that they're her biggest gift on her birthday besides her friends and family, which includes her 16-year-old twins who she shares with her ex-husband, Mark Anthony. "You've always been there for me in the good times and the tough times," her message continued. "I can always count on you, and I want you to know that you can always count on me. Thank you for your caring, your understanding, your loyalty, and most importantly, your love." Now, it's been said that Ben and Jen had gone through all the details of their split before she legally filed for divorce, a source exclusively told Us Weekly. They had already agreed to these terms before she filed, the insider explained about the couple's planned split after 2 years of marriage. JLo finally pulled the trigger because that was their agreement that she would file, and she was the one who ultimately made the decision. Now, the biggest financial hurdle for the former couple is their shared Beverly Hills home, which they purchased together in May 2023 that's up for sale. "There's nothing really else to divide," adds the insider about the property. "One person doesn't want more than the other, they both came in with significant assets of their own." Now, JLo waived spousal support and asked the judge to deny Ben's support when she filed for divorce on Tuesday, August 20th in the Los Angeles County Court after 2 years of marriage. According to documents obtained by Us, JLo filed pro per, meaning by herself without an attorney, and listed the date of separation as April 26, 2024. 2024. In addition, she petitioned to drop Affleck from her last name and cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for the split. Now, fans speculated that something was going on with the pair back in April, as they hadn't been seen together, and it was said that their house was for sale. It turns out that pretty much all the rumors were true, and this divorce is probably the reason why JLo canceled her world tour. Now, JLo sent a special message to her fans via her On the JLo newsletter, telling them of canceling the tour. "I am completely heartsick and devastated about letting you down. Please know that I wouldn't do this if I didn't feel it was absolutely necessary," she said. "I promise I will make it up to you and we will all be together again. I love you all so much. Until next time." Now, representatives for Live Nation announced that the summer tour, This Is Me Live, was cancelled, saying in a statement, "Jennifer is taking time off to be with her children, family, and close friends." Now, this makes sense though. I mean, who would want to go on a tour and sing songs about their freshly new ex-husband? Plus, her album didn't sell well, and not a lot of tickets were selling for her tour. Now, it made a lot of sense to cancel it, but at the time, it just added fuel to the rumors of a divorce. Now, 2 weeks after filing the divorce, JLo and Ben are adjusting to their new chapters. Amidst reports that JLo didn't want to break up with her husband of 2 years, she is reportedly focusing on the positives as she navigates her post-split life. A source close to her reportedly told People that she's looking forward and choosing to have a positive outlook despite having some residual bitterness about how their marriage ended. She still feels very fortunate, the source told the publication about her mindset after she filed for divorce on the second anniversary of the couple's Georgia wedding. "She's surrounded by family, friends, and her kids," the source said. "She always manages to have a positive outlook." While sources previously told the publication that the star seemed relieved filing for divorce after she and Ben spent the summer on opposite coasts, they said that JLo still feels some resentment towards her husband for giving up on their relationship when they encountered some issues. "She tries so hard to make things work and it didn't matter to Ben," the source added, saying that Jen felt some bitterness about the split. However, while the divorce is difficult for her, Lopez is leaving the past behind her. "She always finds a way to move forward," they said. Now, similarly, a Ben source said that he's doing well and moving on now that the couple have officially called their marriage quits. In addition to slowly moving into his new home, Ben is reportedly spending time with his family and focusing on work. "He's where he needs to be, close to his kids, and in a neighborhood that he loves," the source said. "He enjoys working too and is very focused on the positives." Now, recently, Ben has been spotted with Kit Kennedy, who is JFK's grandniece. Sources say she was seen with Ben at the Polo Lounge in the Beverly Hills Hotel and other trendy spots. As for how Ben and Kit know each other, or if they're more than friends, it remains unclear. The New York Post admits the nature of their relationship is uncertain, and neither has commented. So for now, it's a case of wait and see. Now, despite this, Ben has also been frequently spotted with his ex and their kids. Ben was once married to Jennifer Garner, but they got a divorce due to Ben's cheating and alcohol addiction. So this isn't going to be his first divorce. By the sounds of things, both parties are moving on in a healthy way, and hopefully the division of assets between the two will go smoothly and they can put all this drama behind them. Apparently, there are rumors going around that Ben cheated on Jen, and that could have been the reason for the downfall of their relationship. Ben has been spending time with Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s 36-year-old daughter, Kit Kennedy, amid his divorce from JLo. A Hollywood insider tells Page Six that they've been spotted at the Polo Lounge at the Beverly Hills Hotel and other hotspots. Now, the nature of their relationship remains unclear, as Kit declined to comment, while Ben's reps did not immediately respond to Page Six's request. Now, these sightings have definitely raised eyebrows, especially after JLo's reason for the filing became public. Now, JLo waived spousal support and asked the judge to deny Ben support when she filed for divorce on Tuesday, August 20th in the Los Angeles County Court after 2 years of marriage. According to documents obtained by us, JLo filed pro per, meaning herself without an attorney, and listed the date of separation as August 26, 2024. Now, in addition, she petitioned to drop Affleck from her last name and cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for their split. Now, sources have told the New York Post that the breakup has also affected JLo's kids, Max and Emmy, as Ben has not been in contact with them. So is it possible that he cheated and now the kids hate him? That is very possible. Now, would it be shocking if Ben cheated? No, not really, as he's cheated in the past in other relationships. You see, Ben and Jennifer Garner started a relationship and got married in 2005. They had 3 children and likely had a perfect family until their nanny, Christine Ozorian, claimed that she and Ben had an affair. In 2015, sources told Page 6 amid reports of Ben's gambling and alleged cheating with other women that Jennifer and Ben had drifted apart and he had been in professional therapy for years. Now, the split was announced the day after their 10th wedding anniversary and they finalized their divorce in 2018, but remained on good terms. Now, of course, Ben denied the rumors, with a rep for Ben saying the story was complete garbage and full of lies. However, later in a conversation with Vanity Fair, Jennifer Garner confirmed that yes, Ben had an affair with their nanny. She said that there were lots of reasons for the split, but this was definitely not something you can ignore. She then went on to say, "It's not great for your kids for a nanny to disappear from their lives. I've had to have conversations with my children about the meaning of scandal," she said. Now, in the same interview, the actress also noted that no one needs to hate him for me. I don't hate him. Certainly we don't have to beat the guy up. Don't worry, my eyes were wide open during the marriage. So yeah, it wouldn't be a surprise to most people if he was cheating again. And I mean, I think it was pretty clear that Ben was not happy in his relationship with JLo. First, there were the rules that she had for him. Now, Jen is particularly wary of female flight attendants, as her ex Mark Anthony cheated on her with one, so Ben was banned from being on a plane with female flight attendants. And then, before the pair got married, she allegedly declared that the actor had to be in the best physical shape. Now, after the couple rekindled their relationship, Jennifer put Ben on a strict diet and workout regimen. When they first started dating, Ben was up at 5 a.m. hitting the gym with JLo, a source revealed. He had stopped doing that now, and JLo told him that that was unacceptable. She expects him to pick up the slack and wants him working out every day and eating right, no excuses, a source told The Star. Another rule that Jennifer has, it has to do when it comes to Ben's drinking. Now, Jennifer is not a fan of drinking and smoking and has always had a 3 drinks per day limit regarding alcohol, but it was reported that the rule has changed completely to no drinks due to Ben's past addiction to alcohol. Now, honestly, I feel like this is a pretty good rule, but the other rules are super controlling, but this one makes a lot of sense. Now, these and the other rules she had for him were really demanding, and with having his behavior controlled like this, I could see why he would want to step out of the marriage, but at that point, he just should have gotten a divorce. Now, it seems like Jen was always a little suspicious of Ben, as when the pair first came together, a prenup was allegedly on the table. It was claimed that their original prenup not only protected their assets, but protected their relationship from infidelity. The contract stated that the pair were able to keep both of their money, except if Ben cheated. If he stepped out, it would effectively nullify their prenup, putting his fortune at risk. But the two never made it to the altar, so the alleged prenup never had to take effect. But now it's been claimed by OK Magazine that when the pair wedded in Las Vegas, they didn't tie up their assets. According to a source, Jen's love for Ben was so unconditional at the time that she didn't see a prenup as necessary. So we'll just have to wait and see how the money situation works out between the pair. Now, just a few months before rumors of a split, Ben shared insight into his and Jennifer's very different approaches to privacy during her documentary of her new album that she wrote that she was inspired by Ben with. "I had a very firm sense of boundaries initially around the press, while Jen, I don't think, objected to it in the way I did. Expressing how the massive amount of scrutiny they faced was a catalyst for the end of their engagement in the early days, Ben said he wanted to keep details of their private life more, well, private, after they rekindled their romance in 2021. Getting back together, I said, listen, one of the things I don't want is a relationship on social media," he added. "And then I sort of realized that's not a fair thing to ask. It's sort of like you're gonna marry a boat captain and you go, well, I don't like the water. We're just two people with kind of different approaches trying to learn to compromise." Now, Page 6 even reported in 2022 that Ben freaked out on their honeymoon in Paris due to the paparazzi bringing about flashbacks of why their relationship ended, the pressure of the media spotlight. "He has never and seemingly will never give himself over completely to another person," they add. The kind of big love Jennifer believes in a sort of all-consuming devotion. Ben played along for a while and wanted to be a part of it, but it's just not who he is, the insider explains. But then JLo exposed their relationship even more, as in the documentary Jen said, "This book is a book Ben gave me on our first Christmas back together. It's every letter and every mail that we wrote each other from 20 years ago to today." Now she highlighted one note that read, "The greatest love story never told" by Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, 2001 to 2010 and counting. The couple got engaged at the end of 2002 but broke it off a year before calling it quits on their relationship for good in 2004. In the documentary, JLo also recognized Ben's unease about being in the public eye as a couple, especially given the intense media scrutiny they faced the first time around. "I don't think Ben is very comfortable with me doing all this," she said, "but he loves me, he knows I'm an artist, and he's gonna support me every way he can, because he knows you can't stop me from making the music, but that doesn't mean he's comfortable being the muse." Now in the doc, Ben even made it known that he was uncomfortable. He said, "I did really find the beauty in poetry and the irony in the fact that it's the greatest love story never told. If you're making a record about it, that kinda seems like telling it." Now, Ben has also been open about his addiction to alcohol, as he first checked into a rehab facility in 2001, completing a 30-day residential rehabilitation program for alcohol abuse. He sought treatment for alcoholism on several occasions in the years since, getting professional help in 2008, 2017, and again in 2018 after his divorce from Jennifer Garner was finalized. Now he briefly relapsed in 2019 but said he wouldn't let it derail him, admitting, "It happens, it's a slip." Now that same year, the actor acknowledged that being an alcoholic is something that he deals with on a daily basis, saying, "It doesn't have to subsume my whole identity and be everything, but it's something that you have to work at." Now since Ben's addiction has played out so publicly, it's become unfortunately common for fans to speculate about his health, particularly after he married JLo. For example, a video clip of Jennifer and Ben having a seemingly tense conversation at the premiere of her movie Shotgun Wedding went viral in January after fans suspected the pair were arguing over Ben's drinking. Now the latter half of their relationship just brought up a lot of questions, since they were not spotted together and seemed to be avoiding each other as Ben moved out of their house. Then there was the rumors of divorce, and now it's official, but with rumors of Ben cheating, it's gotten even messier. It's official. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck have filed for divorce. You heard that right. Ben-Affair is over. Now, maybe we can stop paying attention to them so much. In an article posted yesterday, sources claim that the couple are once again pushing ahead with divorce after a final attempt at reconciliation in the recent weeks failed. Now, the couple's divorce documents are finalized but not turned in yet, multiple sources have claimed. They finalized the divorce papers with her a month ago, but they are waiting for the right time to drop them, one source close to the duo claimed. At that time, they will release a joint statement that will say how they have much love for each other and how they fought to make it work but couldn't. Now, as you may know, in May, Ben moved out of their joint mansion in Beverly Hills and moved into a rental in Brentwood close to his ex-wife Jennifer Garner. It was then reported that Ben and JLo were selling their $60 million mansion, but just this week, Ben bought a new $20.5 million bachelor pad mansion on JLo's birthday. Now, the day after he purchased this house, the Beverly Hills house went on sale publicly for $68 million. The couple, who purchased the 12-bedroom, 24-bathroom home for $60,850,000 in May 2023, initially attempted to sell the property off-market, but clearly that didn't work out. Now, JLo celebrated her birthday with friends and family last week, but Ben was nowhere to be found. Jen posted a photo of her celebrating and captioned the post, "I've been seeing all of your birthday wishes, beautiful videos, and posts all last night and this morning from all over the world." She began with her caption, "I have laughed, smiled, shed some tears. I really do have the best, most amazing fans in the world. I can never express how moved I am or how incredibly blessed I feel to have all of you be a part of my life." She continued by saying, "It's hard to believe we've spent all this time together. It's funny, as I sit here contemplating on the most extraordinary journey, I still feel like the same girl starting out, so full of energy and bravado, so ready to take on the whole world outside, and yet so tender, fragile, and sometimes frightened, but always full of love on the inside." She then told her fans that they're her biggest gift on her birthday besides her friends and family, which includes her 16-year-old twins, whom she shares with her ex-husband Mark Anthony. "You've always been there for me in the good times and in the tough times." Now, Now, a source recently told People that her summer isn't exactly what she originally had planned, but she's making the best of it. She's always been grateful for family time, the source said. She had a great weekend with family and friends. She loves entertaining and enjoyed her birthday bash. She was in a happy mood. Now, the couple, Jen and Ben, haven't actually been spotted in public together for a while. The last time they were spotted together, the couple, joined by Ben's mom, were supporting the actor's son Samuel at his basketball game. Now, as the pair walked in, Jen leaned forward to give Ben a slightly forced-looking kiss on the cheek, and Ben appeared to tense up, and it didn't look like he enjoyed it at all. Ben put his hand around JLo, but his hand never made fully contact with her lower back. Now, it also seemed like he may have dodged a full-on kiss on the lips based on the off-kilter nature of his embrace. Now, as they walked up the steps of the venue, Ben stayed at least 5 feet apart from JLo, who ventured ahead. Ben then took a moment to speak to his mom, looking more at ease, before waving his hand at photographers, and then they all went inside. Now, people noticed their absence from each other's lives when Ben did not attend the Met Gala, which Jennifer was a co-chair of, or when they didn't spend Mother's Day together. Now, Jennifer even cancelled her world tour to spend time with friends and family, but she and Ben have since spent the summer apart. Jennifer has largely lived on the East Coast and traveled around the world, while Ben remained at home in Los Angeles. Now, JLo sent a special message to her fans via her On the JLo newsletter, telling them of her canceling the tour. "I'm completely heartsick and devastated about letting you down. Please know that I wouldn't do this if I didn't feel it was absolutely necessary. I promise I will make it up to you and we will all be together again. I love you all so much. Until next time." Now, representatives for Live Nation announced that the summer tour, This Is Me Live, was cancelled, saying in a statement, "Jennifer is taking time off to be with her children, family, and close friends." Now, sources insisted that pulling the plug was not due to poor ticket sales, but rather for personal reasons and wanting to be with her kids. This tour was in support of her latest studio album, This Is Me Now, which was released in February. But now Ticketmaster is automatically refunding fans who purchased tickets through their website. JLo first announced the tour in the middle of February, initially as the This Is Me Now tour, and a week later 3 shows were added, but then the name of the tour was mysteriously rebranded in April. It had initially been called This Is Me Now after her latest album, in which she sang about her journey to a rekindled love with Ben. In March, though, she raised some eyebrows when she and her team decided to cancel 7 shows from her tour without any explanation. Now, the tour's name had changed to This Is Me Live: The Greatest Hits. Now, not to mention, her new album debuted at a disappointing 38 on the Billboard 200. Regardless, it just didn't seem like she'd want to sing those songs about Ben anyways, so it makes sense that she would cancel. Then, of course, there were issues with their marriage. It said that JLo was trying to convince Ben to have a child with her, and that she had some insane rules about his diet, what women he could talk to, and their life. It seemed like JLo was very controlling, and that wasn't something Ben wanted. There was also the fact that Jen created an entire album, movie, and documentary about private love letters Ben wrote to her. She didn't tell Ben about it, and he was shocked and uncomfortable because he is a very private person. Privacy is a part of the reason why they broke up in the early 2000s, because they got so much media attention and JLo ate it up, while Ben wanted to hide from all of it. Now, things are not looking good for the couple, as a source from Radar Online said that JLo wants half of Ben's nearly $150 million fortune, even though herself is worth much more, about $400 million. Now, she sees this move as a way for her to get back at him, claiming that she handled more of the financial responsibilities during their short-lived marriage. A person with knowledge of the matter suggests that Jennifer spent more money during their brief period together. The insider alleges JLo, who recently canceled her expensive Los Angeles residency, took on the majority of the financial responsibility. They depict Ben as a huge cheapskate who constantly complained about Lopez's spending habits. Now, apparently, to avoid his grumbling, Jen covered most expenses to maintain their luxurious lifestyle. One of the little-known secrets is that Jennifer paid for much of their marital expenses, and now she feels he owes her, the source claimed. She's adding up all those private jet bills she puts on her plastic, the hotels and meals, clothes, coffee runs, gas. The high cost of living was done on her dime. She paid the lion's share for the $60 million mansion they bought too, they added. Ben took so much money out of her, at least that's what she's saying. Now, she can take some money from him too if she wants to, because they didn't get a prenup, which was a big mistake. OK Magazine said that when the pair wedded in Las Vegas, they didn't tie up their assets. According to a source, Jen's love for Ben was so unconditional at the time that she didn't see a prenup as necessary. Rumor has it that this wasn't the case in the first phase of their relationship. When the pair came together, a prenup was allegedly on the table, and it was claimed that their original prenup not only protected their assets, but protected their relationship from infidelity. The contract stated that the pair were able to keep both of their money except if Ben cheated. If he stepped out, it would effectively nullify their prenup, putting his fortune at risk. I guess it's a matter of time for when they decide to submit the paperwork, but I mean, what are they waiting for? It seems like Bennifer is finally over, and everyone who said they wouldn't last were right.